Good evening, Bears fans, and welcome to the annual induction ceremony of the Hershey Bears Hockey Club Hall of Fame, as 5 outstanding contributors get enshrined into the Hall. We hope that each and every one of you had a pleasant Thanksgiving and have a happy holiday season. Tonight is the second ceremony of a long-time coming event and one of the greatest honors this proud franchise can announce. The lasting tradition and history of the Hershey Bears could not have endured these historical years if it wasn't for the generations of fans that have packed Hershey Park Arena and now Giant Center. Our loyal fans are as much a part of the Bears' history as the men whom we are about to honor tonight. In fact, without your support, there would not be a Hall of Fame induction ceremony. After months of meetings and planning, it is an honor to present to you the second class, the 2013 class of the Hershey Bears Hockey Hall of Fame. With over 75 years of hockey tradition and excellence, the list of those who deserve to be inducted was and is very long. That was what the Hall of Fame committee faced in deciding which men epitomized what the Bears are and were. Tonight will not only honor those who molded this franchise, but help put Hershey on the map of the hockey world. The names of these men were and still are synonymous with Hershey. And to honor these men, enshrining them into the Hall of Fame, is one of the most recognizable voices and a legend himself. Please welcome the voice of the NHL, Lester Patrick Award winner, U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame inductee, longtime friend Mike Emmerich.
Thank you so much. 10,000 of you here tonight. And on a holiday weekend, I've got to guess that maybe some of you, maybe only a handful, are seeing their first ever Bears home game. You're in for a wonderful treat if you've never been here before. And if you're visiting from out of state and you've looked around and you say, gee, Hershey must be a pretty good place to live. Vouching for my 6 years here, you can't find a better place to spend your time and stay than Hershey, Pennsylvania. Not only are the people nice, but they've got a hockey team. And now back past 3/4 of a century here in Hershey, it's time to honor our class of 2013. Our very first inductee is Kenneth V. Hatt. A protege of Bears Hall of Fame executive John B. Sullenberger, Kenneth V. Hatt's 52-year tenure as a Herco executive was imbued with the values of franchise founder Milton S. Hershey. He knew Mr. Hershey. A 1941 graduate of the Hershey Industrial School who was named Alumnus of the Year in 1962, Hatt served as Herco's president and chief operating officer from 1980 to 86, and also has served as chairman of the board of the Milton Hershey School and the Hershey Trust. Hatt, a lifelong and fundamental supporter of the franchise, has attended Bears games for 70 years and has worked with every general manager in team history. He will turn 90 this month. For all of this, happy birthday and congratulations as Doug Yinks presents the Bears Hall of Fame plaque to Kenneth V. Hatt.
I'd like to thank Doug Yinks and the Hershey Bears Hockey Hall of Fame Committee for this great honor. Hockey in Hershey, particularly the Hershey Bears, has been part of my life for 70 years. I have had the privilege of working with every one of the general managers from John Sullenberger down to Doug Yinks. I'd like to also say thanks to the rink rats, to the office staff, and to the all-ice officials who I've had the pleasure of working with or sitting down and breaking bread with, and who have taught me an awful lot about hockey. I'm really thankful and appreciated for all the help that they have given me. and especially to the fans, many who I have met over these 70 years. Thank you very much.
Our next inductee is J. Bruce McKinney. A passionate fan and stalwart supporter of the franchise and executive suites, J. Bruce McKinney served as chairman of the board and chief executive officer of Hershey Entertainment and Resorts Company for 14 years. He oversaw Calder Cup championships in 1980, 1988, and 1997 during his tenure as a company officer. McKinney also served as the public address announcer for Bears games at Hershey Park Arena from 1967 to 71, where he got to announce a lot of penalties. The 1955 graduate of Milton Hershey School and 1959 graduate of Dickinson College was named Milton Hershey School's Alumnus of the Year in 1987. He founded the J. Bruce McKinney Scholarship Fund, which provides financial assistance for youth hockey players to participate in the Hershey Junior Bears program. For this lifetime of service and contributions, congratulations to J. Bruce McKinney.
It's a real sincere pleasure and honor to receive this award, this induction into the Hershey Bears Hockey Hall of Fame. I want to thank Doug Yingst, the Hershey Bears organization, in particular, the committee that selected me. Very much appreciated. I've been associated with hockey for a long time and have many, many fond memories. I wish I could recite all of the great games I've seen and all the great fans that I've been part of and all the great managers. I have so much to think about and relate, everything from Blair Atchedam's third overtime goal against Philadelphia, to announcing games in the old arena, to sitting in the press box with my 2-year-old grandson, Harrison, and he was looking down on the ice at a scrum and a fight broke out, and he looked at me and said, "Granddad, they're not sharing." And Ken Hatt, who was sitting beside me, and Don Scott on the other side, both roared. All these great, great memories of this great legacy franchise. Thank you so very much.
Our next inductee into the Hershey Bears Hall of Fame, the late Gordon "Red" Henry. A colorful character from an era that predated masks, Gordon "Red" Henry owns Bears records that likely will never be broken. His 510 games played ranked first for a Hershey goalie, and his 226 wins also ranked first. His 18 shutouts ranked third in club history. A native of Owen Sound, Ontario, Henry backstopped the Bears to the first Calder Cup in franchise history in 1946-47. He went 8-3 with 5 shutouts during the Calder Cup run and allowed just 1 goal in the last 3 games of the Calder Cup finals against the Pittsburgh Hornets. Playing during the NHL's original 6 era, when goaltending opportunities were severely limited, Henry made 3 career regular season appearances and 5 career playoff appearances for the Boston Bruins. Accepting the plaque for his father is the son, Gordon Henry Jr.
I need to tell you that my father is honored to be inducted into the Hershey Hall of Fame. There are few ways our efforts in life can live on, but for my father, being enshrined into this Hall of Fame is greater than he could have imagined. I need to thank, on behalf of my father, Mr. Yinks, and the selection committee for choosing him and the other greats here today. But more, I'm sure he would have thanked the committee for highlighting all the deserving people in Hershey's great hockey history. Hats off to you all for doing this. It's unfortunate that my father is not here to personally thank the individuals he would have, but being a barefaced goalie, he would have thanked some of the great defensemen of his era, as they were his protection. Red died in 1972 at the age of 47. He's buried up in Owen Sound, Ontario, with his Hershey sports coat on with all his Hershey crests. And so on behalf of my father and his family here tonight, from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you for this great honor. Thank you very much.
Our next inductee is the late Arnie Coleman, a prolific scorer who also became a community fixture. Arnie Coleman fashioned a legendary career with the Bears that spanned from 1948 to 1960. His 253 goals and 753 games played ranked second in club history. His 619 points ranked third. His 366 assists ranked fourth. A native of Winnipeg, Coleman played on Hershey's first back-to-back Calder Cup teams in 1958 and 59. He played 13 career games for the Boston Bruins during the NHL's original six era, summoned a career-best season for Hershey in 53-54 when he scored 40 goals and added 41 assists. The number 9, worn by Coleman and fellow inductee Tim Tookey, was retired by the Bears in 1997. His Hershey hockey legacy lives on in his grandson, Justin Coleman, who serves as equipment manager for the Bears and who accepts this honor for a Hershey legend, the late Arnie Coleman.
On behalf of the Coleman family, it's an honor to accept this Hall of Fame award for my late grandfather, Arnie Coleman. My family would like to thank the Hershey Bears Hockey Club, Hall of Fame Committee, Doug Yingst, and Hershey Entertainment and Resorts for the nomination. My grandfather spent his entire playing career in Hershey and eventually made Hershey his home, where he drove an ice cream truck and owned a flower shop. If he was still with us today, he'd be honored to be out here accepting this award. My congratulations go to the other inductees for their inductions into the second class of the Hershey Bears Hall of Fame.
And our final inductee, Tim Tookey. One of the most gifted scorers in AHL history, Tim Tookey's 693 points and 442 assists ranked second in Bears history. His 251 goals ranked third. Though the Edmonton, Alberta native also played for Fredericton, Baltimore, New Haven, and Providence in the AHL, he is best known for his prolific years in Hershey. He produced 3 100-point seasons in a Hershey career that spanned 9 seasons amid 3 stints with the club. That includes a club record 124 points in 1986-87 when he won the John B. Sullenberger Trophy as the AHL's leading scorer and the Les Cunningham Award as AHL MVP. He also won the Jack Butterfield Trophy as MVP of the 86 Calder Cup playoffs. Tookey, whose 974 points ranked 4th in league history, was inducted into the AHL Hall of Fame in 2008. Our final inductee, congratulations to Tim Tookey.
Thank you very much for this wonderful honor. I am truly humbled and very grateful for this wonderful honor. It's something that you don't plan on, and it's a wonderful thing that happens to you and brings back so many wonderful memories here in this beautiful place. And I would like to thank the Hershey Bears organization, HERCO, everyone involved with those organizations over the years. And I would like to also thank especially the fans here in Hershey. And I hope that you all know that this would not have happened to me if it was not for everything that you've done for me, both on and off the ice. And from the bottom of my heart, I would just like to say thank you to all of you. And you are the people that make this town the sweetest place on earth. And I know there's some wonderful chocolate made here, but it's all because of you that this place is so special to my family and I. So thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, as was the case with our 7 inductees a year ago, these honored men will be remembered forever on our Hall of Fame wall. Watch the big board for the unveiling. Ladies and gentlemen, one last round of applause for our Hall of Fame Class 2013. Thank you for your attention. The Bears and the Bruins are next.